Melissa de la Cruz is a #1 New York Times best-selling author, and her new novel tackles a subject close to her heart. Something in Between is fiction, but the heart of the book deals with some of the same issues that we're dealing with today. And I'm thrilled that Melissa is joining us live here on The Morning Blend. Good morning to you, Melissa.
Good morning, Tiffany. It's great to be here.
Thanks for joining us. Before we get to the parallels of your story to your new novel, I really just want to talk a little bit about what this is about, because I think it's got such a strong heroine, which I'm obsessed with the fact that this is really coming into mainstream, all these strong heroine characters. Tell us a little bit about Jasmine and how she's living out the American dream.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I think strong heroines are so important in our culture today, and I'm so proud to tell this story. Jasmine is a smart, hardworking Filipino-American girl who does everything right. She's a class president, head cheerleader. She sacrifices everything for her studies, and she wins this great scholarship to any college of her choice. And when she comes home and tells her parents, you know, she expects them to jump up and down and call all their relatives in the Philippines and brag about her. But instead, they tell her the bad news, and they confess that they're in the country illegally, and there's no way she can accept the scholarship because she's not American and she doesn't even have a green card. And so Jasmine's struggle to stay in the country and you know, take back the American dream that was taken away from her is the basis of the novel.
I think it's fantastic. You know, in a time when the presidential election is really talking about 81 of the million Americans that are living here as immigrants, I think it's such a poignant time for us to talk about this. And it's a parallel to your life. It's not the same story, but there are a lot of parallels to your story. Tell us a little bit about you.
Definitely. I came here as an immigrant when I was 13 from the Philippines, and and while my story is not Jasmine's, you know, I understand that same feeling of wanting to be on paper what you are in your heart. And it just took me so long through this bureaucratic process. I got my citizenship at 40, so almost 30 years in my journey to become American. It's the first presidential election where I'll be able to vote, and I'm just so excited to be 100% on paper what I have been, you know, inside since I moved here. I've always felt American, so part of that optimism, that idealism, that love for country, that's mine, I gave it to Jasmine.
I love it. I love the story. I love that you chose her to be the heroine in the story. And I love this quote, "Daring choices are what it means to be an American." People can get your book out on shelves now, correct?
Yes, they can. It's available in any bookstore near you, Amazon.com, indie bookstores in your local neighborhood, Target.
Wonderful. Melissa, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. And Something in Between, here is the book.